So I guess the question is, what's composition? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we completely jump into full composition videos, I wanted to take a step back and really talk about what composition is. I also want to get into the different types of instruments and maybe some of the moves that they create when we hear them. This is going to be really important because it lays the foundation for what we're going to be working on in the future. So I guess the question is, what's composition? Composition is simply creating original music by combining different musical elements. So we have melody, we have harmony, and we have rhythm, right? Basically, you're putting sounds together in a way that makes sense and creates an experience for the listener. For me, composition is really capturing ideas and emotions through sound. It's like storytelling, but through music. So let's break down the three elements that I mentioned before: melody, harmony, and rhythm. Melody is the part of the song that you remember usually. It's the tune that probably gets stuck in your head or the part that you hum in the shower. A strong melody can instantly transport you somewhere. One of the best examples, and I think you guys might agree, is John Williams' theme for Harry Potter. And with just a few notes, you're instantly transported to Hogwarts. And that is the power of a well-crafted melody. It stays with you long after the music stops. Harmony is what gives our melody more depth and emotion. It's the difference between something feeling bright or hopeful or dark or mysterious. And a great example of this happens to be one of my favorite composers, Debussy, his Clair de Lune. Those lush, dreamy chords make you feel like you're floating in the clouds or that you're dreaming. Harmony doesn't just support the melody, but more like it shapes the mood of the entire piece. And then there's rhythm, the heartbeat of the music. It could be soft and steady or chaotic and driving. Think about the intense drum patterns in The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. The rhythm builds tension, it builds excitement. It makes you feel like you are in the middle of a battle, right? Without rhythm, music could lose its pulse. It's a sense of movement. And these aren't the only things that go into composing. We also have to think about different aspects of music theory, such as chord quality. For example, a major chord can make you feel happy or excited, where a minor chord might make you feel more somber. These chord qualities can completely change the mood of your composition. So understanding things like tempos and scales and key signatures and voice leading, all of these things help make your compositions more cohesive and enjoyable to listen to. However, let's not focus too much on that because we will come back to those in future videos. So all of these elements such as rhythm, harmony, melody, and yes, different aspects of music theory all come together so that we can create music that resonates with us and other people. And as a composer, you get to control how you put these elements together and how it affects the listener emotionally. So now that we talked about some of the building blocks for composition, let's dive into different instruments and the mood that they create. So let's get into strings. So strings are like violin, viola, cello, bass, right? In John Williams' theme for Harry Potter, the strings are used to create a sense of magic and wonder. These strings invoke feelings of warmth and also adventure. For brass, we have instruments like trumpet, trombone, and French horn. In one of my favorite game soundtracks, Cuphead, brass instruments are constantly being used to bring this type of energy into the game. Brass section drives this fast-paced game, constantly giving you a sense of urgency, because if you've ever played this game, you know how chaotic it is. For woodwinds, I would say that the energy is the complete opposite from brass instruments. We have instruments like the flute, the clarinet, the oboe, the bassoon. In Ravel's Le Tombeau du Couperin, the woodwinds are used to create this sense of elegance and lightness to the music. The instruments weave together, creating this delicate, almost conversational pattern, creating a graceful and flowing atmosphere. And last but not least, we have the piano. The piano is considered to be a percussion instrument and string instrument because inside of the piano, there are little hammers that hit strings. In Debussy's Clair de Lune, the piano is used to create a dreamy atmosphere. The flowing arpeggios and the soft, impressionistic harmonies paint a picture of the moonlight reflecting off of the water. This invokes a sense of tranquility through the piano's rich textures. Now that we've covered the basics of composition and how different instruments can shape mood, we have laid the foundation for our future videos. In my next video, I will be exploring MuseScore as well as scoring my first scene. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'll see you next time.